I'm Jim.
And I'm Frank.
And I'm Jerry.
And this is the JFJ Conspiracy Podcast, where the shop talk is rock, episode 123.
Is that it?
That's it.
Seems like we're higher up than that.
Yeah.
That's all right.
That's not bad.
No, it's not.
No,
bad.
it ain't. No, it ain't.
You know, guys, for the last 3 episodes now, we have forgotten, and I think Jerry was the one that originally picked the band, but we originally picked the Cars and our top 3 favorite songs of the Cars. And after every episode, we finished recording, and Jerry would text and say, "Dab nabbit, we forgot to do the Cars." So without any further ado, let's just jump right into this and not even mess around this week. Jerry.
Yeah, good idea,
Jerry,
Frank.
Jerry, you picked the Cars?
Yeah,
Oh, I thought I picked it.
you may have. I know Frank just threw out a messenger, and it was an open question. I put the Cars, but then you might have hit it first too. It's
Okay.
been about a month, guys. It's been a
at
while.
least.
Well,
It's been a while.
So
either way, Jaime, that's all good.
wow. Well, let's say Jim picked it.
Yeah.
That's fine. Jerry.
No, it's okay. It doesn't really matter. I was going to go on a rant against myself because I thought, who's the moron that picked the Cars? How do you? No, how do you get? And then I was like, oh wait, I think I'm the one that picked that. That's not.
How do you narrow that down to 3?
I can name that down to me.
Yeah.
But if it was Jerry, I feel better about it.
Yeah, you're not the asshole, are you?
Well, you know,
How do you get this down to 3 songs?
Well,
It's easy
you know,
for me.
I'll tell you
There's
what,
was
too
a
many
huge
great
fan.
songs,
Yeah.
all on the same level. It was hard. It was very difficult.
now you guys were probably bigger Cars fans than I dumped off
I
after
loved them.
Candy O, I think. I Panorama City. Was that one of the
No,
names?
just Panorama.
Panorama.
Heartbeat
Panorama.
City.
What was see, I don't even know
uh,
their albums.
What was the one after? It was
There was another one in between, no?
It was Candy-O, Panorama, Heartbeat City.
Heartbeat City. Okay.
I can't think of the one that had the.
Close.
Ain't that something?
Okay.
All right. I gotta look it up now.
Yeah.
You
it's
go ahead
bad.
and look
Yeah.
it up.
Yeah.
Because like I said, after Candy O, I dropped off the map because I liked them, but there was a formula to them that was not
No. No, not after that first 2. They went. Yeah.
no, for me though, what I'm saying is Benjamin Orr and Rick Ocasek's vocal stylings, that's not changing. That was the same.
Yeah.
The songs themselves may have changed, but that deep. Go
I
ahead,
love
Jim.
Ben Orr's voice. Not a big Rick Ocasek
Isn't that
voice guy.
something? Yeah.
Agree
Ben Orr,
100%,
man.
Jaime.
Yeah.
Agree 100%, Jaime.
So after Panorama, Shake It Up,
Shake it up.
then Heartbeat
And
City,
then Heartbeat City. Okay.
then Door to
thank you.
Door.
Okay.
Door
And then the
to Door
last one
like-
was 2011. That was when they
That
moved
album's great too.
like
What is it?
this. Not with
Moved like
Rick
this, yeah.
Ocasek though, right? He
That was
the
the new
whole-
Cars or something.
No, that was the band members without Benjamin Orr, who passed in 2000.
Oh, that's what it was.
So it's
Okay.
the remaining 4.
Okay. So with all that being said, let's start with you, Jerry. Let's hear
Yes, sir.
your top 3 songs.
Right off the bat, and it was like this 3-4 weeks ago. My Best Friend's Girl, Let's Go, and Touch and Go.
Okay. Now, My Best Friend's Girl, I know, not my favorite, but excellent radio song. Touch and Go, that
Let's Go was their lead off from their second album,
right.
and then
And-
Touch and Go's just got a beautiful guitar solo by Elliot Easton.
Okay.
It does.
Now I will
Oh.
go off of, I think it's their first album, Moving in Stereo, because it's got that spacey
Sure
swirly
does.
stuff. Love that. And the way I remember it, back over at the house in Glendora where the infamous Pinball Wizard was at, I remember listening to that album on that stereo there in that living room, and Moving in Stereo was just gigantic. Dangerous Type.
Yeah.
Oh, Dangerous Type.
Ooh, that's
love
a
that
good
song.
one. Yep.
And then Shooby Doo is another one that I just
the
love.
intro to Candy-O. Yeah.
Yeah.
Intro to
Interesting.
the
Yeah,
song.
And
yeah.
it's the electronics of it that I enjoyed.
It's Greg Hawkes going off, I think.
Yeah.
They gave him about a minute
Right.
So,
It's just an awesome intro. Jim, what about you?
Just What I Needed off the first album. Let's Go off of Candy O.
Okay.
And then I went with Since You're Gone.
Since You're Gone.
life is getting straight.
Same thing, that Elliot Easton solo.
Right.
Yeah.
Just kills me. And you know what? Like 30 minutes ago, I was just thinking about, oh, dang it. What about Touch and Go? That's a great one too.
Right.
Drive is another one. I just love that.
Yeah.
Yep.
They had solid albums. That's one thing
They
you can say
did.
about Cars. The albums were just solid start to finish. And we're going to talk about another album a little bit later that I think is solid start to finish. And that's Jerry's classic pick. But
I will say this though, Frank, you said you dropped off around Panorama.
Somewhere
My
around
least favorite Cars album.
what were the hits off that? Because I don't honestly don't remember.
Give me some slack.
Mhm.
Give me some slack.
Yeah.
Touch and Go.
No, I don't think it's their strongest singles.
Right.
I'm trying to think of Benjamin Orr's song. He had actually, I take that back. Panorama, I think Rick Ocasek just stepped in and said, all right, Ben.
Yeah.
Sure. So
Yeah.
okay. And you saw them live, Jerry. Did you ever get a chance to see them live, Jim?
I did not.
Yeah, I'm curious how that, because they were such a well-produced band in the studio. I wonder how that translated live.
By all accounts from people I talked to said musically great live, not visually great live.
Yeah, they're not jumping
No,
around. doing a
Not
whole
really
bunch.
animated, just kind of
They did not move.
Yeah,
concrete in the boots, as Jerry used to say.
gotcha.
Yeah.
Just stood on stage and kind of
Like Foreigner. I went and saw Foreigner and it's like, wow, move. I'm looking at Panorama, guys. You might be right, Frank. I don't look at the singles. I see Panorama, Touch and Go, Give Me Some Slack, Don't Tell Me No. Don't Tell Me No, I think I heard. That's Ben singing.
Okay.
Getting Through, Misfit Kid.
Not
Yeah,
familiar
I think
with
you
it.
guys are right. Yeah.
All right. Well, there we have it, the Cars. And I'd be curious to, we got some friends that watch and listen to the show that are Cars fans. I'd be interested to hear what their top 3 songs are, what they have to say about that.
Heartbeat City was the one that had all the singles on it. It had like 6 singles off of that. That was like the peak of their
Cars frenzy,
their whole popularity, right? You might think Magic, Drive. Every time you turn Hello Again.
That was the MTV era.
Heartbeat City, yeah. Just video after video. You couldn't get away from that record.
Right. And now, do you still have that up? What year did that come out? That had to be mid 80s.
Well, I know Panorama was
84.
81.
84.
Okay, so we were out of high school.
All right. Okay. Well, who do you want to say came up with that album or that band, Jerry or Jim? Whichever you guys.
I'll give it to Jerry. That's fine.
Okay.
I'll give it to Jim too. Yeah.
Well, why don't we just go jump right in? And since we're so good at remembering to do this, Jim, why don't you pick a band again for the next episode? Just
give me a cool minute. Who have we done so far?
I'm gonna do a mail call right now.
We did AC/DC.
And the Cars.
We've done the Cars.
That's it.
That's it, right?
Yep.
So it's kind of wide open.
Okay. I got a mail
favorite
call.
3 songs.
Yeah,
Three songs thingy. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
We'll let Jim pick that right now. While you guys are thinking about that, I want to talk about a mail call today. The 3 o'clock reissue of
I saw that. Yeah.
16 Tambourines. This is in clear green, real lucent green. This one is opened. I'm gonna put pictures on the page later. Also, there's a place called Mondo Records that I've been getting ads for, and they're putting out reissues with movie soundtracks and whatnot. So we talked about this a little bit, but I picked up That Thing You Do.
That's
yeah.
I was listening to that last
solid.
Time. All the way
this
through.
Has got the 7-inch single of That Thing You Do also, which is kind of cool.
Threw it in there.
Yeah.
Oh,
now,
wow.
to show you, we were talking about getting older and whatnot. I purchased this on black vinyl, and the other day it popped up on confetti vinyl, and guess who ordered it again? So it'll be coming.
Well, you.
Yeah. So we're going to be doing a giveaway with the black flannel. We'll see.
It's always a little frustrating. Makes you.
Yeah. And finally, Josie and the Pussycats. If you're
wow.
Kay Hanley fan, which I am, Letters to Cleo, and of course Kay Hanley herself, she does the singing for Josie on this album.
Oh, wow.
Fantastic soundtrack to a fun movie. I don't care what anybody says. It's one of those guilty pleasure movies. Just a lot of fun.
Yeah. Sure. Right on, Frank.
So those are my mail calls for right now. What'd you come up with, Jim? Anything? Or you want to wait till later?
No, I'll wait till later.
Okay. All right. Well, with that being said, let's jump right in, Jerry. And,
yes, sir.
Let's talk about some new music.
Yeah, Jim and Frank got a band called Stag, Stag, out of Seattle, Washington. We got an EP with 4 tunes on it. Came out August 1st, so a couple months. The name of the EP is We Got It All. The name of the song is EP, or the name of the song is We Got It All. Short bio. Stag has a riff-centered sound that's both nostalgic and contemporaneous. I said it. Equal parts romantic angst and sexual tension. Vibrantly commercial and yet comfortably in the red. We got Steve Mack on vocals. Thank you, Steve, for getting back to Frank and the show. Steve Mack, formerly of that Petrol Emotion out of UK. These guys are all stars in this band. We got Ben London on guitars and vocals, formerly of Alcohol 20 Car and Burning Rivers. We got John Randolph on guitar, formerly of Cops. Pete Everett on bass, formerly of Tuffy. And Rob Dent, the Biosis, drum for everybody. I love that. They got together in 2010 as a way to play. Didn't take long to come up with some commercial and original tunes that recalled pop masters of the past, The Who, Cheap Trick, and Guided by Others. I love that. The website is themightystag.com. They're on Facebook, Twitter, or X, whatever you call it now. Amazon Music, iTunes, CD Baby, Spotify, etc. Stag out of Seattle, Washington, with the tune We Got It All from the EP We Got It All.
Feel the singer that's in your band. Stand around, but don't take a stand. Let it go, 'cause don't you understand? We got it all, we got it all. We got it all, we got it all. We got
Well, there is Stag with We Got It All. What do you think, Jim? Do they have it all?
They got it all.
Man.
Everything was great about that.
Yep.
Like just the production was fantastic. Songcraft,
they're pros.
perfect.
Yeah.
Yep.
Loved that gang vocal in the chorus. And I loved the outro. It threw me a little curveball, not the way I thought that was going to go out. I thought it was probably going to go to a fade. No
fade there.
And it just like a great live band would.
Yeah, that's exactly it.
None of that fade out. None of that fade out crap.
The fade out tells you, I don't know how to end this song.
I don't know how to end this song.
Yeah.
My son took a songwriting class over here at Citrus, right? And the guy who taught the class said, absolutely the laziest way to end a song on a record is the fade out.
Yep.
Finish the song.
Yep.
Like what a cop out.
Yeah.
Anyway, brilliant song. I loved everything about that.
Yeah. No, I do too. From the very beginning, like I say, as soon as it kicks in, you know you're in for a good time.
Yep.
And they do not disappoint. And that is Stag. I really, really like that.
Out of Seattle, and thank you, Steve. Getting back to the show, etc. And
Good
vocals
deal.
too. Yeah.
Fan freaking tastic. I love that.
Oh, that was great. That's fresh.
Great way to start. Gosh.
All right. Well,
it's so nice. Yeah.
Keep that in mind, because instead of going right to the Jerry's classic pick, I want to play my song for you guys.
Yeah.
Now,
okay.
This is a band you may have heard of them called Sugartooth. They've taken a couple decades off, but they're back. And
did we do them before?
No,
I think we did.
Okay.
It sounds so familiar.
the name may sound.
We probably talked about them.
Yeah, well, when you hear the little bio, maybe we have talked about it, maybe not. I'm not sure. Founding members Mark Hunter and Josh Bloom joined forces with Alan Johannes and drummer Michael Jerome to bring Volume 3. That's the name of the album I'm going to bring to you guys. And the song is called Shelter. These guys formed in Los Angeles back in the 90s. They were signed to Geffen for a hot minute. They shared the stage with Soundgarden, Bad Brains, Stone Temple Pilots, Rage Against the Machine, Slayer, among others.
Wow.
And because this is kind of a high energy show today.
That's a wide range of bands right there.
That is.
But tell me what you think of this song, and it is called Shelter.
Wrong.
right, there is Sugartooth with Shelter. Tell me what you think, Jerry.
I can see why they opened for all those bands you pre-mentioned. That's heavy. That's fantastic. That bass line and then that little lead in the background. I love it.
They just sound like a festival band
great.
to me.
That's great.
Jim, what are your thoughts?
Wow.
I know why you loved it.
Yes.
It's a riff all the way through that song.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Right.
It's just
you know what? I particularly like the lyrics in this song.
Mhm.
I enjoyed that. Thought the vocals were great.
Nice.
Bass was fantastic. The way it kind of drives that kind of riff all the way through the song.
Mhm.
Yeah, well executed.
and a shout out to Josh who got back to me on this. It's always nice when I ask for a particular song. Hey, you mind if we play this tune? And he says, you can play anything you want, any song you want. That's them telling you that they're confident in their music.
Same with Stag. Play
Yeah.
whatever you want.
And I purchased their stuff and not a bad tune on there. So
That's great, Frank.
Excellent.
Yeah.
so that's Sugartooth. You can check them out there. I picked it up off of Bandcamp, but they're everywhere. And just good hard music. I like that.
That was great.
Yeah.
That was great.
All right, let's keep the party rolling, Jim.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Let's just jump right into it, shall we? What do you got for
All
us?
right. What do I got? Okay, so this week I've got brand new from the Dollyrots, right over your shoulder over there, Frank.
Mhm.
That brand new LP. So this is Kelly Ogden, Luis Cabezas. This just came out like a couple weeks ago, right?
Not long ago, I seen the posts. Yeah.
Yep.
This song is called Night Owl, title track, I believe. Is that correct?
Well, the title of the album is Night Owls, but the song is Night Owl.
Oh,
yeah.
All right.
One letter.
I thought they were one and the same. All right, go ahead and drop the needle in the groove there, Frank.
All right.
Twice, the shadows dancing in the streetlights.
sticks on the ground.
Yep. That's
Not a fade out.
Was not a fade out. That's how you end a song. Throw the
There you
damn
go.
sticks on the ground. You're right.
That's it.
As always, Dollyrots, power.
Does anybody do that any better?
No, they are.
They do it as
I
good
know
as anybody, if not better.
Yeah. That's just pure fun there.
Yeah.
Okay, so I just noticed a weird little tie-in.
Okay.
So we're doing Robert Plant's Now and Zen tonight.
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
Christy McCall did backing vocals on that record.
Ah, very interesting.
And one of her big hit singles was a New England cover song of a Billy Bragg song, which is track number 13 on this record.
Son of a gun.
Dang!
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
I'm like a rock and roll Sherlock Holmes right now.
You are. You
You're
are
in it.
just the detective.
You are the wicked.
You guys are watching The Detective.
There you go.
We
Look at
are.
you.
I'm full of them tonight.
You're on fire.
Oh, Dollyrots. Man, again, solid tune. Jerry, anything you want to add to that?
Like Jaime says, no, that's just pure enjoyment.
Yeah.
So is the needle drops. And Jaime put it a good way. They know what they're doing.
Yeah.
There's no well, I wish they would have done this. I wish they would like this band. And that's 100% right there.
Well,
And it
Dollyrots
just came out. Folks out in Conspiracy Land. It just came out. It's fresh.
This is a
Love it.
band that has been around forever. And you talk about sharing the
Yeah.
stage with some big
Yeah.
heavyweights.
Yeah.
They've shared the stage with a lot of big time bands through the years.
Great, Jim. Yeah.
Fantastic. Yeah, really like that. I have the album over here. But you can pick it up on Bandcamp. They've got their own site. You can order it from them. I got the autograph version. And
Oh, of
that's
course. Yeah.
one
As
thing
you should.
always
Yeah.
they always offer that. They throw in stickers and a little thank you note and different
And a
things.
little note.
This thing was wrapped in paper in
Awesome.
they go way
go all the
above
way.
and beyond. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's Dollyrots and Night Owl. Good pick, Jim. Good pick.
That
Thank
was
you.
funny. Very good.
All right. Well, let's talk about, I hope you guys are as jazzed about this as I am. Let's talk about Robert Plant, Now and Zen. Jerry, what do you got to say? Your pick.
What kind of fool am I? I was into Robert Plant, Folks out in Conspiracy Land, not necessarily when they came out.
Right.
And I'm trying to think, it could have been the 2000s, the 2010s, but I know for a fact, Folks out in Conspiracy Land, I ended up getting he has more solos now. I had the first 6, and then he went Little Bluesy, Little Dixie, Little Allison Krauss. They're all fine. Little Allison Krauss, they're all fine. And then I just realized Folks out in Conspiracy Land, he's got a couple more that I haven't noticed. But yeah, I was so into this guy for a good spell. And to me, you could pick any of his first 6 and I would like them. I was thoroughly into all of them. But this just came up because I know I probably heard 3 or 4 of the songs on the radio at the time. And this is like 88, folks. So, but I just picked it just to pick it. I could have picked, any one of his first 6, actually, folks. But yeah, just Now and Zen, 1988, Robert Plant, heavy radio play on Tall Cool One.
I'm
But-
looking at this.
Yeah.
Jerry, heaven knows.
Yeah.
Tall Cool One.
Yep.
Helen of
Radio.
Troy. Yeah.
Yep.
Ship of Fools.
Radio.
White, Clean, and Neat. I mean, these were
Radio.
all on the
Yep.
radio. And
He really got the formula down.
for
Yeah.
me, I love the production
It's
of
just
this
beautiful.
record.
Yeah.
Because it is a very 1988 style of music. Miami Vice, if you will. It just has that clean production sound with reverb, and everything is just going all over the place. And
Great album,
his vocals are out front, and And Jerry and I have spoken about this, Jim, probably the best one line recorded in history. Jerry?
You were pumping iron while I was pumping irony.
And that 1988, everybody was working out. Everybody was in the gym. And here Robert Plant saying, "You're pumping iron, I'm pumping irony." So
and that's been in my head, Jaime, since it came out. And then Frank texted me one day. He goes, this pumping iron, pumping irony. And I said, same. Can't get it out of my head. Best line ever.
Yeah.
So yeah. Frank and I agreed on something, folks, on Conspiracy.
It doesn't happen often. It doesn't happen.
No,
often.
it does not.
Jim,
it's like a Zen moment.
It was a Zen moment.
Yeah, every now,
yeah. What was your take on the record, Jim? I don't know if you were as pumped, if you will.
I like the record a lot. Not as big a fan of the production.
Really?
I don't like the highly processed guitars, keyboard. It sounds like
everything was direct.
It sounds like 1988.
Yes.
Yeah.
Very much so. And it sounds like a 1988 pop record. And so this was kind of my question. And I think it's a little, when you think about bands that were coming out with music right at that same time, and think about the lead singers, right? Ozzy's making his mark as a solo artist, right? 81, 82, 83, 84, right in there, right when Robert Plant's kind of starting to hit his stride as a solo artist, right?
Yeah.
Whitesnake's huge, Dio, all these bands. And yet a guy who came from sort of a hard rock blues background went in sort of a kind of a weird direction on his solo stuff. I mean, it was kind of all over the place. It was
they're different.
It was very eclectic.
Do you remember David Coverdale talking about this?
No.
He basically said, "Oh, Robert, Vegas is calling. Why don't you let us continue the banner of rock and roll and you go do your Vegas act?"
But I know, but I'm wondering why didn't he get like a hot guitarist or a
why
guitar
he already had one. He had one from 69.
Well, he had Page,
Jimmy
right?
Page.
But
he didn't need to do this anymore. He went in a different. He decided to broaden his horizons and embrace the technology.
I read a little quote about that, and he said, I think the production suffered, like the songs kind of got buried in the technology.
Mm-hmm. And that's
right. It was kind of my gripe with it a little bit.
I like it
because the sound is just so dated.
Yes, but again,
having said that, I
love it.
I love Ship of Fools.
Mm-hmm.
Thought that was freaking-tastic. What was the other lead-off track? Heaven Knows.
Heaven Knows, yeah.
The one that kind of started out that I wasn't too keen on when it started, but I really got into it as the song went on, was Helen of Troy.
Very good tune. Love that song. Yeah.
Billy's Revenge is like a straight up rockabilly tune.
It's rockabilly, but yet again with a very 1988 sound to it. So, do you have a favorite song on there, Jerry?
Yes, I do. It's right next to my car stuff. I have Heaven Knows with an honorable mention of Walking Towards Paradise, the last song.
The last tune. I love that one too.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah.
Again, coming from Led Zeppelin, and he ventured in 81 with the Honey Drippers and did some bluesy stuff here and there. His whole solo career that I can recall was this dated style, but if you listen to the lyrics, they're no different than what's on Presence or any of the other types.
Except you can understand them. You can hear what he's saying.
Sung, right. They're sung at a volume and at a range that are understandable.
You can actually hear you can actually tell what he's saying.
Yeah. And ironically, my favorite song is the most Zeppelin-like tune on the album.
Clean, yep.
White, Clean, and Neat.
Yep.
because that's got that Zeppelin kind of vibe to it as far as the lyrics, the way he's singing it and everything else.
Yeah,
Wow.
production on the vocals is.
Yeah. But as you take to the datedness of the songs and the instruments and everything else, I think that's what makes the album that much more charming, because here we have a rock star who came from the analog world and plug your guitar into the amp and wail. And here we have this guy embracing technology with his producers and everything else, and coming up with a fantastic batch of songs.
Well, let's this is back up here. This was held up when this came out as the best Robert Plant solo album up to that point.
Up to that point, yeah.
Right? It blew away the previous record. I think this is his third, right?
No, fourth.
Fourth?
It was Pictures at 11. Something.
Principles of Movement.
Thank you. And then Shaken and Stirred.
Shaken and Stirred, and then this.
And then this, yeah.
Okay. Robert Christgau found it superior to his previous two attractive but forgettable solo albums. At its best, it's far from forgettable. Overall effect is a cross between his former band and the Cars.
The Cars.
And I think that's valid.
Yeah.
Those idiots, the Cars.
But see, think about it. The Cars were mega stars at this time with their production.
Frank, I'd say, but by 88, Frank, they were their last album before that was 87. Then they disbanded till 011.
Well, I'm talking about their first from 80, 84, 85. They were the groundbreakers with their first album, of course, with that style of electronic rock.
I think I'm just so
in the
biased,
mainstream.
guys. I got so into his. I listened to like Pictures at 11. I can take or leave. Honestly,
I like it.
I can.
Yeah.
I do too.
I like it too.
I do too. But Principle of Moments, Shaken and Stirred, this, whatever came out, I got so into them, guys. For a year and a half, 2 years, I could not get enough of Robert Plant solo stuff. So I think that's why I'm defensive, guys. Sorry.
No.
But I was so into it.
Now Jimmy Page didn't do a lot of solo stuff. He did his Outrider, and he did that album.
Coverdale Page.
Yeah, Coverdale Page album.
Plant
Pales
Page.
in comparison to Robert Plant's solo stuff, in my opinion.
I concur.
Jimmy played 2 solos on this record.
Yeah. Were they live or was it because I know Tall Cool One's got a lot of
he did the lead off track. It was tracks 1 and 3. Now I can't remember.
Heaven Knows and Tall Cool One.
Tall Cool One.
Yeah.
Yep.
Let me just say this about David Coverdale. And I love David Coverdale.
That's what I tell.
I'm not a fan.
Nobody wanted to be Robert Plant more than David Coverdale did.
Right.
It's so obvious.
He finally got his wish when he got to do the album with Jimmy Page.
Coverdale Page.
Right?
He finally got to be the lead singer in Led Zeppelin, which is what he did all along.
And what happened?
Just saying.
I'm not saying, I shouldn't say I'm not a big Coverdale fan. I wasn't a big Whitesnake fan because they were a band made strictly for MTV. If it wasn't for Tawny Katane, most people wouldn't give 2 rips about Whitesnake. If it wasn't for a girl in a white dress dancing on top of a car, nobody would be listening to their music.
Well, they had
negative, sir.
Yeah,
negative. That's a little negative.
Slip of the tongue.
Slide It In is their best record.
Well, that's before MTV, though, right?
And that's before Tawny
Katane.
No,
no, they had some stuff.
Same time as MTV.
I heard stuff on the radio, Frank.
Slow and Easy,
blues rock. Yeah. But he was nothing special to me.
Really?
Nothing special.
You gotta go back and listen to it again, dude.
Yeah. Not a Vandenberg fan.
John Sykes is so good on that record.
Yeah. I'm not
everything.
Saying,
Cozy Pal.
And everybody you mentioned but Coverdale. His vocals are nothing special to me. That's what I'm getting at. Nothing about his vocals are like, he makes the song. I didn't dig his vocals in Deep Purple when we tried to do that. I don't know.
I didn't like him in Deep Purple.
Yeah.
I didn't know he did Deep Purple too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
I like him much better than Whitesnake, but I disagree. I dig his
Yeah.
voice. I think he's a great front man.
Yeah. Nah.
Now he looks
never
like
got it.
this. He looks now. Well,
He looks like somebody's aunt now. That's what he looks like.
No, but he looks like an old Beverly Hills Botoxed up old lady.
Mhm.
Speaking of which, I just saw a picture of Steven Tyler. You talk about a guy who looks like somebody's grandma.
That's sad. Yeah.
That's not an exaggeration, I don't think.
No, it's.
I mean, I'm not even saying that for the laugh. I'm saying that as
No.
Well, you cannot keep
Get
the
a
long
haircut.
hair and
Get a
put it in a
haircut.
bun.
Get
You know?
haircut and dress differently, fella.
Yeah. Yeah. He wears the
Like
women's
we all
blouses
did.
and he puts on the big glasses and
Yeah.
he dresses like a woman sometimes.
when he wears those stinking granny shirts too.
That's exactly it. Yeah. Anyways, neither here nor there.
We're off target now, but
Yep.
It's okay.
Yeah, I would take Robert Plant's solo stuff over anything of that Whitesnake did, in my opinion. When it
Same
comes
here.
to vocalists, Robert Plant was 15 times the vocalist Coverdale ever was.
I did.
Maybe not
like
the range, maybe not the the style and whatnot, but Robert Plant, he was the man.
Coverdale has it, Frank. To me, Coverdale has it,
Mhm.
but it wasn't presented correctly.
Yeah.
To me, Jaime, would you give me a high five on that? He's got the pipes.
He's got the
It's
chops.
just but the songs, he can do the Plant stuff.
I don't know.
I
Slide,
just-
Slide It In is one of my all-time favorite records. So
Yeah.
It's a good blues record, but like I said,
Yeah.
I own the CD and I don't, it's not one that I play anymore. It's not one that I
Yeah.
look for, but that's,
it's all right.
that's like
what
saying, oh, I prefer Riot over Iron Maiden. It just depends on that particular day and what style
that
of music I'm
particular
looking
day.
for. Yeah.
Look, Robert Plant is royalty as far as I'm concerned.
Right.
Right. I mean, if he had never done a solo record, right,
It wouldn't have mattered.
It wouldn't have mattered. He could
he'd
just
still be
stand
the
on
king.
Zeppelin. Yeah.
He could, and that's why Pictures at 11, folks, out in Conspiracy Land. I like that was his first step out of the box, because you got to understand, folks, out in Conspiracy Land. Me, Jim, and Frank are in high school, and they're going to tour, and they come out with Zeppelin. Excuse me. They come out with a new album. They come out and they're going to tour, and then the drummer effing dies.
Yep.
We're juniors, sophomores in high school, so it's like this just big old deflation of what?
Yeah. It
And
was
then-
unbelievable.
Yep.
It was. I remember being in PE playing volleyball, hearing it. Hey, did you hear John Bonham died? I thought they were going on tour.
Yep.
And just this empty hole, folks, out in Conspiracy Land. And then, not saying Robert Plant filled it, but 2 or 3 later, he comes out with Pictures at 11. He had a hit, it was on the radio, and I was on that one. And then when he came out with Principles of Moments, Simon, I went, oh, wait a minute now. And then Shaken and Stirred came out, and then this, and then so I'm a huge fan. Sorry to ramble, but
I probably shouldn't be too surprised, because no
he
two
could have
Zeppelin
stood,
records were alike.
No.
He could have stood on his morals, or
His laurels. Yeah.
laurels.
Okay.
Thank you, but yeah,
It's all
I was
good.
so into him for
Jim, that was Jerry's pick for a classic album. You've got the next pick. What are you going to have us listen to?
I didn't even have to think about this long. We are going to listen to Who's Next
All right.
by The Who.
I love you, James.
Yes. Good deal.
I really do.
I know you do, Jerry.
Very good. Yeah, that is a
You
doozy.
you just stratosphered me, man. Oh,
All right. Who's next?
Oh,
Next classic
yes.
album. Fantastic.
Yes.
We're on a roll. Some good
Oh.
albums. As long as it wasn't Slide It In, I'm happy. Yeah.
Oh, that one's coming. You can be assured of
Oh,
that.
I'd listen to it. You know that. You know. That. All right,
I know you'd rip it up and down.
No. And again, when we're talking about
How do you really feel, Frank,
no,
about David Coverdale?
I'm just, as opposed to Robert Plant, it's apples and oranges. It's
right.
It's just you can't compare the two, and Coverdale thinks he can, and I just have never thought
Well,
that.
it's red apples and green apples. Let's put it that way.
Well, okay, if you I'll leave it at that. You also
I like that.
You also have an album or a band for us to pick 3 songs from.
I do.
And I'm wondering if you've come up with something yet.
Well, I was thinking in honor of Robert Plant, let's do our 3 favorite Zepp songs.
Ooh, that's a tough one. Okay, I like that.
Oh boy. Yeah, I mean,
Oh, that
was a stupid maneuver. How are you going to come up with 3 Zeppelin songs?
Yeah.
Well,
you said
what
the
an
Cars was
idiot.
hard enough.
No, but it's evolving. It's
Yeah.
like Jim and Frank, you both said on the show this week, today,
Today.
this month, I'm into,
Today,
I love
these are
about
my
this
3
show.
favorite
Yeah.
Zepp songs, right?
Right. It was funny because today I was listening. I talked about earlier Presence while I was on the treadmill, and I was listening to how riffy that album is. Every single song is just a repeated riff over and over and over. And I was listening to the production of it because the guitars were all on the left, and then the solos or the matching riff was also either in the middle or a little bit on the other side. And I started thinking about it. You know what? That's how Van Halen recorded their early records. Guitars on one side, bass on the other, and a solo kind of somewhere in the middle.
Yep.
And it just works. It's just a fantastic sound. And you listen to a lot of bands now and they play, the same riff twice, spread left and right, just to fill everything up. And the beauty is in the silence. It's really, that's where the magic is happening. And,
I love that record.
Oh, the only problem with it, every song is 6 minutes long, except for the last one, which is 9. But it's fantastic. Just the production. I was just marveling in the production of it.
I'll say one of my all-time favorite Zepp songs. It'll be on my 3 is Off Presence.
Ah, very good. Yeah, I can see that. Like I said, I enjoy every song on that record. There's not a dud on there.
No.
Right,
To me, Zepp don't have duds. Yep. They may, but
it just
my
depends
opinion.
on, again, what day is it, for listening to that type of music.
Yeah.
Because they are so diverse in what they were playing record to record.
Yeah, but when you put out a Zepp song, you don't skip any songs.
Nope.
No. And that's why I always, every time there's one of those you're on a stranded on an island type things, I always go with Physical Graffiti because that's a cornucopia of music.
I would go Physical Graffiti.
And it's a double album.
Exactly. Yep.
Yeah,
You can get two for the price of one on that one.
Yep.
Yeah. And you got songs longer than 3 minutes.
Yep. Just fantastic.
Physical Graffiti, yeah. Island, yeah. Graffiti. Yep.
All the way. All right, Jerry, before we get out here, you have anything you want to say?
I do, Jim and Frank, and thanks for listening and watching, folks, out in Conspiracy Land. It's out there. We got bands, Stag, Sugartooth, the Dollyrots. It's great music. It's out there. It's available. We appreciate you watching and listening to the podcast. And thank you so much, folks, out in Conspiracy Land. We love you very much. Keep rocking.
All right. Wow. 3 fantastic bands this week. It was just a popping show as far as the music we had to offer. And
you were crisp, Frank. You were super crispy this show. You were just on point all over the joint.
Well, I appreciate it.
Great to have you back.
I like that.
No, I mean, you guys know I love you. Frank again. I mean,
I
see that?
Well, we were talking for the show. My back pain is gone. I had a little food poisoning or something earlier in the week, and I got over that. I'm not quite sure.
Miserable.
Yeah.
Frank,
I think a lot of it has to do. I was able to fit into my pants better because of everything that happened because of the food poisoning. So
no wonder
you were
better.
Yeah.
You wear pants during the show, Frank?
Well, no, but up until the time we started.
Oh, okay.
I had to take the trash cans out and do stuff like that. So, yeah.
You better wear pants then.
That's the only time. I go in
Neighbors will
public.
appreciate it.
Yep. You better believe it. All right. I don't have anything really, but I hope you all stay fresh cheese bags. Jim, what about you?
Well, if you made it this far, you know the routine. Smash that like button, ring that notification bell, subscribe. Well, I guess you got to subscribe, ring the notification bell, slide into your DMs every 2 weeks, more or less. Leave a comment.
What's that?
Share this episode. Tell us what your 3 favorite car songs are.
Yeah.
Tell us how much you love the Dollyrots and Stag, and what was our other band? Sugartooth.
Yeah.
Because there are 3 great bands.
Coverdale,
are.
Page. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah.
Yeah. I like to hear that kind of stuff.
Or your comment on Page or Coverdale.
Or Coverdale.
Yeah. Either or.
There
And
you go.
or. Yeah.
All right. Okay, guys. Well, if there's nothing else, Jim, why don't you take us on home?
Shop is closed.
Yeah.
Dude, what do we track this in at? Like 45 minutes or what?
It's 8:15. I don't know what time we started, but we were moving. We were trucking.
No, but we started way late, Frank.
Did we?
So
Yeah, we spent a lot of time
yeah.
gabbing ahead of time.
Oh, it was all my
No,
fault.
but then Jaime was doing his Google thingy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Take about
I was
2
like
minutes
10
late.
minutes
Yeah.
late already.
No, I think we're good, guys. No, I think that's normal. It's my
Yeah.
thing is honestly, guys, and you know, because I don't know what Jaime's gonna say, but some of the last couple shows, Frank, you've just been a Debbie Downer. It's
Yeah,
like,
I know.
get-
I haven't felt
get
it.
this. No, but that's why this show was so great, because you're the Frank again. You're
Yeah.
our Frank again.